The power of those who stopped posting on social media. Imagine living surrounded by riches, crowds, adoration, and feeling that inside, an unbearable silence takes over everything. Now imagine this palace is invisible. It exists in every feed you swipe, every notification that calls you, every post waiting for likes. How to get rid of it? What power lies behind those who no longer post on social media and ignore any kind of contact with these media? And why are so many people adopting this stance? Let's talk about this through another story, the tale of the Emperor and the Nightingale. Many years ago, the Emperor of China received as a gift from the Emperor of Japan a book about his country and the beauty of the song of a nightingale that lived in the forest near his palace. Upon learning of the existence of this bird from the book, he ordered his subjects to go look for it in the forest and take it to his palace. Upon hearing him sing, the Emperor was moved and amazed by the nightingale's voice and informed him that from then on, he would live in a cage inside the palace. Meanwhile, the Emperor received a very valuable artificial nightingale as a gift and decided to make both of them sing at the same time. After some time, the real nightingale decided to escape to the forest, and the artificial nightingale took its place and began to sing for the court. But over time, its mechanism broke, which made it unable to sing with the same frequency. Years later, the Emperor of China fell seriously ill, and upon learning of his illness, the real nightingale returned to the palace and sang 3 times until the Emperor fell asleep. To everyone's surprise, the Emperor awoke, cured of his illness, and free from death. It was then decided that the nightingale would live in freedom, but every night he would return to the palace to sing to the Emperor and tell him what was happening in his kingdom. Hearing the nightingale's song, a fragile sound, flawed, but profoundly true. This sound touched this emperor deeply, in a way no gold could, but he wanted to capture this sound. He wanted to control his own emotion. Have you ever felt this? Controlling your life so much that you forget what something real feels like? And the mechanical nightingale was born, lifeless beauty, soulless perfection. And when the emperor exchanged the real for the fake, silence fell upon the palace. It is about this silence and about the insatiable hunger to be recognized that our dive begins. Are you the emperor? How many times have you posted hoping for applause? How many times have you racked up like medals? Now think, what if no one reacted? What if your entire digital life disappeared today? Has your value changed? Are you afraid of silence? Or do you long for it, deep down? The emperor built a theater where nothing could fail. Every emotion was measured, every word tailored to the audience. And, little by little, the sound of the true was replaced by the echo of the perfect. We live this too. Every edited photo is a brick in our own cage. Every sentence revised to fit the feed is a piece of ego theater. And whoever doesn't go on stage is called strange, invisible, disconnected. But is it really weakness to not want to be seen? Or is it the beginning of a rare freedom? Who disappears from the social media? Have you noticed? Some friends disappear. Some profiles are deleted. These people seem less alive, when in fact they may be experiencing a presence that we have missed. What makes someone keep quiet when everything rewards noise? Is it fear, or is it courage? The nightingale fled. In the forest she found the sound of the wind, the scent of the new, the fertile silence where truth and intimacy blossom. In Jung's psychology, this is the return to the self. You who disappear from the networks, perhaps you are responding to this call, to exchange the applause of the world for the embrace of the invisible, because the invisible is where the soul dwells. It's where dreams are born, where ideas blossom, where intuition, the kind no one publishes, guides life without likes. In every silence, there is an entire unedited universe, and it may be that in these pauses, you will find everything you have always sought outside. Silence a power. In a world that screams to be silent is to rebel. Have you ever noticed that the scroll never ends? That applause is never enough? Those who remain silent seem to defy all this, as if to say, I am more than my data, my numbers, my digital persona. It's easy to judge, but difficult to understand that sometimes keeping quiet is the ultimate act of courage. When we exchange live sound for mechanical sound, we lose a piece of what makes us human. Social networks are mechanical nightingales, perfect, tireless, impersonal. The algorithm only rewards those who never fail, never get emotional, never contradict themselves. Have you ever found yourself deleting a post because it didn't meet expectations? Or were you ashamed to be yourself just because you seemed imperfect? This is the stolen song. The self screams for authenticity, but the emperor only wants perfection. Is disconnection escape or cure? Ask yourself, have you ever wanted to disappear from the internet for a few days? Or weeks? Why? Fear? Exhaustion? Or a desire to rediscover a version of yourself that can no longer stand dancing for the crowd? There is a cure in this silence. In the breaks, on anonymous days, in unpublished meetings, the encounter with the invisible. Without an audience, the nightingale learns a new song. Sincere, personal, without perfect execution. Behind the scenes of life, how many of us meet again away from the stage? The self grows in the dark. Whoever dares to be invisible exists with depth, something that not everyone will see but that never fades away. The psychology of silence is the acceptance of one's own rhythm, the courage to not have to show everything to be whole. Those who disappear are often finally finding themselves. What is your silence? When was your last untold secret? Your last cry alone? Laughter without a selfie? Happiness off screen? These moments are an essential part of who you are. Don't give them up for any digital achievement. Jung said, "What you deny, you submit to. What you accept, you transform." The digital age wants everyone to be seen, but perhaps mental health requires us to learn to be invisible sometimes. Real individuation is the process of allowing oneself error, absence, simplicity. If you keep quiet, you're not running away. You're transforming. Try it now. Go 3 days without posting anything. What happens? Anxiety? Relief? Missing the noise? Observe. Perhaps in the silence you will find that free nightingale again, singing just for you. The emperor represents the ego that demands constant applause, never satisfied, never calm down. When the true song disappears, you feel a void that is impossible to fill with data or visualizations. You are more than your daily performance. You are made of pauses, leftovers, failures, behind the scenes. The ego only transforms when it accepts that the greatest value is where no one sees it. When everything falls apart, when fame fails, when noise is not enough, it is the compassion of living song that saves. The nightingale returns to the emperor not out of obligation, but because only a true healer can heal. In life, only chosen silence can renew what has been lost. Silence as a space for healing. Silence is not absence, it is space. It is where the soul breathes, where healing happens, where the self flourishes. Every person who chooses not to post or who disappears out of necessity is creating their own space for existence. Cherish the invisible. It is the soil from which everything that matters grows. Next time you log into the networks, ask, are you looking for connection or just distraction? Do you miss being seen or seeing yourself? At the end of our story, the emperor understands too late that there was something essential in that imperfect song. And you? Will you keep waiting for the world to applaud? Or will you learn to listen to the original sound of your being and feel grateful? If this story touched you, please subscribe, share, and comment, especially if you've already disappeared from social media and found freedom. Here we explore together the forests of the digital soul. Your silence can inspire others to find the courage to truly exist. True music does not teach perfection, it teaches humanity. And perhaps the great digital revolution is to choose from time to time the special silence that only you can understand.